Hello, this is Rick West from IPT 286, and in this tutorial we're going to talk about how to embed a Goodreads book list into the sidebar of your Google Sites. So first you go and create a Goodreads account, which I've already done at goodreads.com, and once you're logged in you go to My Books, and this is a list of my books with different bookshelves you can create, and I'm going to go to Widgets. And as I flip over to my website, if I'm wanting to, this is what I'm going to do, but I'm going to show you how to do this. If I want to put it here in the sidebar, you can see I already put in one and it's not quite fitting quite right. So I want to try to pick the one that is the most narrow of all the widgets. This one's a little too wide. This one's a little bit better, but I don't like it as well. This one's kind of wide. This is the one that I think is the best, but you can pick whichever one you want to do. You can change things such as the bookshelf that you want to display or the date added. I like to put ascending, that'll be fine. I can change the heading here. Let's call this favorite reads, something like that. You could create a special list of a bookshelf of books that you want to have your kids read related to science or related to a class that you might be teaching, and any kind of list of books that you might want your kids to read. You could create a different book list for them. And then you just copy this HTML right here, and I'm going to go back here, and I'm already in this mode. If you were to go over to More and click on Edit Site Layout, that pops up this option right here. And what you can see here is you can edit the sidebar right here, make the sidebar bigger or narrower or move it around from the right to the left, and we'll do that in just a second. You can also, each of these elements, you can delete them. So maybe I don't like this text box, so I can just delete it if I want to. Or I could edit the text box. This is a navigation box that has a list of links. This text box right here, let's actually delete this one because we're going to do this one again. Want to delete it? Yes. Now what I want to do is go up here to the top sidebar, hit plus sign. These are the elements that I can add to my sidebar. Navigation is a list of links. That's helpful. Text is kind of a do-it-all for adding quotes or a picture of yourself or something like embedded content, like a widget. So let's add that. And at first it looks like nothing's happened, and so you might get nervous and do it again, but there's actually something there. It's just hidden because there's nothing in it yet. So hover over it till you see it. Pops up. I don't need a title because I've already put a title on the widget. So I'm just going to go here, click on the HTML button, just paste my HTML in, hit update, and for some reason the Goodreads HTML has some tags that doesn't work very well with Google Sites. Sometimes it'll cause a problem. If it does, just go back and pick a different widget or mess around with the settings a little bit and you should be able to get it to work. So what it does, this for me anyway, is it puts the widget I want down here, but it creates this kind of extra widget that I don't want. So I'm just going to delete that and hit OK. But once again, if it doesn't show up for you, just go back to the settings here and play around with, you know, this maybe change the ascending, the select shelf, because each of these options will change the HTML that you're configuring. And I found that some HTML, Goodreads HTML works, and some HTML from Goodreads doesn't work as well. So you just kind of play around with it a little bit, then hit OK. So there it is. You can see it's getting cut off because my sidebar is too narrow. So I'm going to click on the sidebar little pencil to edit it. And you can do this by trial or error, but I know that 200 pixels will be enough, so I'll just click on that and hit OK. And now my sidebar is big enough. And that is how you can put a Goodreads in your sidebar.